Lucie Swan is here today to share a personal story, and we hope it will shift your thinking about the need for kindness and empathy and accessing support for yourself, a friend, a family member. Please join me in welcoming Lucie.
About a month ago, someone really close to me passed away. My cousin, Hallie Jackson, died at the age of 16. On October 28th, which was 38 days ago, she woke up and made the decision to end her life. A decision that left everyone who knew and loved her feeling absolutely devastated. I will continue to have a hard time understanding it. Let me tell you a little bit about her. Hallie was a cheerleader and a track star. She was a happy girl with the most beautiful smile, the kind that lit up the room. She was popular, funny, beautiful, and kind. For as long as I can remember, Hallie and I spent summers together on the lake. She was the best water skier I'd ever seen. Her athletic ability, along with her sense of humor, always made me a little bit jealous. We got along like sisters, and I can't imagine what next summer will be like without my Hallie by my side. Losing someone is never easy, but knowing that Hallie made the decision to die was and still is very hard to understand. When my family found out that she had passed, we knew very few details about what happened and began wondering how this could have happened. When we discovered it was death by suicide, we were all shocked and heartbroken. I tried to think back on my memories with Hallie to look for a hidden sign of her mental health issues. There were none. She was always happy and positive. She was the last person I would expect to do something like this. From my research since Hallie's death, I have learned a lot about mental health, depression, and suicidal thoughts. There seems to be a stigma around suicidal thoughts and mental health, causing people to think that those who struggle are embarrassed to ask for help. People feel as though they are alone in their thoughts and are scared of what others will think if they articulate the way that they feel. In reality, 1 in 5 teenagers experience mental health struggles. Statistically, that could be 100 of the people in this room. The reason most teens take their lives is to escape the seemingly impossible situation they are currently in. It is a permanent solution for a temporary circumstance. Had Hallie asked for help, not only would she still be alive, she would be improving her mental health. If only we knew what was going on inside of her head. But there was no way to know. She only showed her happy side, even to her closest friends. Over 1,000 people attended Hallie's funeral. I know that any of them would have done anything to help her had she decided to reach out. After scrolling through her perfect Instagram account, I felt tricked by the false representation of her life. No one posts photos of them having a rough day or talks about their mental struggles publicly online because we don't want to show that side. Social media takes a huge toll on our mental health. It can make us feel alone when, in reality, none of us are. After her death, Hallie's community came together and realized she had demonstrated some of the most identifiable symptoms of depression. No one was to blame for what Hallie did or what brought her to make her decision, but that doesn't stop anyone from asking, why didn't I reach out? Or what if I had checked up on her? I feel that way often, and it's hard not to feel somewhat responsible. But I know, as many of you might know, it is irrational to blame ourselves. I came to school late the day after Hallie passed away, and I thought I could hold it together. As soon as I saw one of my friends, I fell into their arms and sobbed. As I dried my tears, a close friend looked me in the eyes and said, "Lucie, what are you going to do about this? How are you going to make a difference?" Standing before you today is my first step, and a hope that we can shift our community towards heightened awareness. Before break, I placed a box in the teacher's lounge and encouraged staff members to share some of their experiences of living with mental health conditions or learning skills to help support those who struggle. I want to show the Rock Day community that not only do teenagers feel this way, but many adults do as well. The educators who we look up to and respect have written down short statements that they want to share with the upper school. Peer leaders have volunteered to read the statements shared by the staff. Everything you are about to hear was written by a staff member. Grayson will start us off.
My child has been diagnosed with several mental health issues. Keeping things bottled up inside is not always a healthy practice. You may not see the sun, but it is still there.
As someone who has a lot of experience with anxiety and depression, I understand how hard it can be to survive in the fast-paced RCDS environment.
My brother struggled with mental health issues his whole life. He was often suicidal, aggressive, and depressed. I wish he had gotten the help he needed.
Recognizing you need help is strength, asking for it is bravery.
I suffer from both anxiety and depression. You never recover, but you learn to fight.
My daughter has severe OCD, ADHD, and other mental illnesses. I see how much this impacts her daily life. These two statements have helped me get through hard times. This too shall pass, and worry often gives small things a big shadow.
We care. Let us know how to support you. I struggle daily with unkind thoughts.
I live with OCD, anxiety, and depression every day. I am here for you.
This is my motto to cope. I do what I can, and that's all I can do.
Confronting mental illness can feel so isolating. You are not alone, and many community members share your journey. Mr. Leaf.
My hope is that by hearing this, we realize that we are not alone. So many of us have similar circumstances and struggles. It is likely that everyone in this auditorium knows someone with some sort of mental health condition, whether it is a family member, friend, or yourself. So many of us feel as though no one understands what's going on with us. These words are a reminder that you are not alone. So today is the first step in a plan for our community, a plan to raise awareness and to take action. Here's the plan. Hallie and I shared a birthday, December 10th. That's this Tuesday. We used to be convinced that we were somehow twins. This year, she would be turning 17. On that day, I have planned an RCDS fundraiser, and all proceeds will go directly towards the Mental Health Association of Westchester, a local charity and foundation that helps raise awareness. It will be a dress-down day, and anyone may participate if they bring in a donation of any amount. If all of you were to bring in $3, we would raise $1,500. I encourage you to participate and consider wearing purple, which was Haley's favorite color. After you make your donation during house, you will receive a suicide awareness and prevention sticker to wear on your chest throughout the day to show your support, much like the one I'm wearing today. As a community, we need to be more aware of how our actions impact the people around us. Most importantly, we need to check in on our friends. Asking someone if they're okay and possibly starting a conversation about the way they are feeling can quite literally save a life. They may not want to talk about it or share details, but what you've done is shown that you care, and sometimes that is all people need. In addition, as a community, we all need to remove suicide from casual conversations. We've all heard someone say, "I have so much work, I'm literally going to kill myself." These words need to be taken seriously. Use other ways to describe the way that you feel. Everyone, please find a time to add the suicide text hotline into your contacts. You never know when you or a friend might need anonymous help from trained professionals. You can save the contact as anything you want. You could call it help, or you could save it under a random name. The number is 741-741, and they respond 24 hours a day. In addition, RCDS has many resources for us. I have sought and received advice from both Ms. Butera and Mr. Silverman, and I believe I'm better off because of the insight they have given me. All of the resources you see behind me are here to help you. Please use them to your advantage. Hallie will never receive a college acceptance letter, or turn 21, or get married, or even hug her mother ever again. The pain Hallie was experiencing was greater than the hope for a new chapter in her life. She lost hope. I want to raise hope for Hallie. I know that many of you don't know me, and none of you knew Hallie, but I think we all understand how important this is. Lives are lost every day to suicide. This is preventable, and we have the power as a community to use our resources and prohibit this from happening. If anyone here is feeling the way Hallie might have felt, I urge you to get help and to reach out to anyone that you trust. We have so much more life to live, and I only wish Hallie knew that before she made her choice. If there's one thing I want you to take from my presentation today, it is this. Miss Everett, the history teacher, wrote this on her card. It may be cloudy today, but the blue sky is there. You'll see it again soon. Thank you.